Hey guys, it is Adam from the Dimensional Gamer Squad here, bringing you with Beast Quest Beast Review Series 14, The Cursed Dragon. So, this is a bit of a... Thank you, Lucas. You just sent me a message. I will answer that when I'm done with this. If you interrupt again, it'll be your fault, and you know it. Right, anyway, this is a bit of a weird series because this is the start of all future seasons where it's going to be 4 books instead of 6. So a bit random to have it on the 14th series, but I'm not going to complain. I mean, series 14 started off and ended as a decently okay series. Not the best, not the worst. So that's it. Before I get into even though he interrupted me, I need to give a shout out to Lucas Green for doing book reviews on this and kind of giving me a hand here with the beast reviews here, because the abilities on all these beasts are kind of bad. So let's get started with the first beast of Series 14, Wrathcore the Stampede. I can't speak. Wrathcore the Stampeding Brute. So design we're gonna say is a 7. Yes, basically a giant bull, but there's a bit of it's a big difference here. It's got extra sets of horns. Doesn't even look like a bull compared to Minos. And I like the blue aura it gets off from its blackened horn there, but that's probably the evil spell. But I like the blue aura it has on this one, which is its ability, which he probably got from Kenza as well. Abilities are 6. Apart from causing rock size and earthquakes and destroying villagers with them, its only ability is just shooting out a beam which can turn other beasts evil. Why was it not the last beast then? Because that would have been probably the most useful ability. But no, they have to use it first. Yay, plot convenience. But yeah, not good. Not good. Not that many abilities and bit poorly laid out of where he's going to be. The fight is a 5 out of 10 because it is longer than one chapter, but it's not good. It's just kind of like a recycled version of the rodeo from Minos, but a lot shorter and a very lackluster in action. So that's why I had to give it a 5 out of 10 for that. The total for Wrathcore is an 18 out of 30. And if I remember correctly, oh god, it's been ages since a beast has actually got under 20 with its score. I believe the last one, hold on, bear with me for a second. Well, more than a second, but the last beast that got under 20 with its score was Ursus from Series 9. Oh my gosh, I knew it was a while, but didn't think it was that long. So Ursus from Series 9 was the last one with under 20 for its score. Oh, just when I thought it was getting bigger and better. So that's Wrathcore for you, just not good. It's an okay. Total is 18 out of 30, like I said. It's an okay start, more focused on the story, and Kenza's return was amazing. And I like that this one is more focused around Vedra, because in the special, Vedra and Crimmen, that book was more focused around Crimmen, but now this one's focused around Vedra. Even though we don't get to see much of him, I'm glad that was focused more around him. Up next, we have Vizlak the Sliver Serpent. Design isn't 8, it's just a giant snake. But I like the little spikes as jutting out of the side of its head, as well as the fierce gaze it has in its eye and the little pattern it has on its forehead as well. The abilities are 7. It's a lot better than Wrathcore. The abilities, it can shoot out a venom, which can stick and burn his opponents, but also trap them, preventing them from breathing in like a cocoon kind of thing. And its tongue can be used as a whip, and it's a very fast grower. kind of like most snake beasts, but the last time we saw a beast that grows very rapidly was actually Elik. But, yeah. The fight is a 7 out of 10 because, yeah, it took place in an enclosed area, but not much actually happened there. Vizsla got Tom trapped, made his arm all stiff. Tom got his arm free and slices off his tongue. That's it. But it is still a lot better than Rafkal's though, because there was more action in it. But apart from that, that's it. So the total for Vizsla is 22 out of 30. Even though we've seen attributes similar to these, especially with the abilities and the design, they each added a unique turn onto it. So the venom which Vizsla spits out can trap its victims, which the venom that Torpix spits out can't. Design we've seen similar to Torpix as well, but the rapid growth we've seen from Elik. But the unique turn to it is that we actually seen that Vizsla was new to growing, like Elik was, but we actually had proof when it said that Vizsla was covered all in red, which was, I'm assuming, blood. But I've never seen a snake shed its skin, so I'm not the best person to talk to there. But that's just me. I'm not the best person to talk to at all, really, if you think about it. I wouldn't talk to myself. Next we have Tikron or Tychron. I'm going to say Tikron, the Jungle Master. Is it? Yeah, the Jungle Master. Design is a 7 out of 10. So, yeah, it's basically a giant monkey like Claw was. But I think this one actually looks more intimidating than Claw. And I like that it has more of a intimidating pose than Claw had. Because Claw was just facing sideways, just roaring. Whilst this one it's like full on in swinging motion and roaring or screeching. The abilities though is a 5 though. Because with the exception of being able to swing through the jungle very agilely like Claw can, its only ability is its screech, which can, well, deafen people, make them stop what they're doing just to cover their ears in pain and agony. That's it. The fight is a 7 though. Not much happened in this fight, but I do need to say it took place in an enclosed kind of area. It had Tikron and Tom basically nearly dying. But and really it was Alina that got the final blow onto Tikron and severing his tail off to make him good and save Tom when they were both falling. So that's really good, but total for Tikron is 19 out of 30. It's not an amazing book, but the ability is unique and a signal for what? And okay, I need to read my writing. And a significant improvement from Claw. Not a great improvement, but it's still a lot better than Claw. Up next, and oh my god, I need to get used to saying the fourth beast is the final beast. The final beast is Faraz the Snow Phoenix. Faraz. I'm going to say Faraz because it makes more sense. Thank you, Lucas. Design is a 9. Yes, I know it's a phoenix. Kind of rip off from Karini and I have her here, Epos. But I need to say Faraz looks, I don't want to say better, but looks great. You can really see the snowy colour it has there. But you can also clearly see it's a phoenix with the flames coming off him. Her. And I gave Epos a 9 for its design, so why can't I give Faraz a 9 for its design? It's, yes, copy and paste, but with a unique twist to it, which is what I like. The abilities are 7. Pretty much the same as Epos's. It has nothing to do with the snow, but I think its title is the Snow Phoenix because of the colour of its feathers. Apart from that bit here, but that doesn't count. Okay, so the abilities, obviously, because it's a phoenix, if it dies, it can come back to life. Its tears should be able to heal wounds, but main abilities, it can fly, and it can go through lava and not get injured, and so much more. So basically like Epos. The fight is an 8, so yes, I do need to count this fight. Tom nearly died, and Faraz did the same mistake that Vigrash did, and just drop him from a high height and just assume he died. Did the same mistake Vigrash did, and did that help him? No. So yeah. Faraz's failure does have to be there. It did the same mistake that Vigrash did. But I like that Tom was actually burning his hand off, basically, with the burnstone to get that blackened bit off Faraz. So yeah, basically scorching his hand to scorch that off Faraz's wing. That's good. The total for Faraz is 24. Alright, sorry, no. The fight is an 8, not only because of that fight, but it has to be for the final fight, which was after Epos. Well, when Epos came in, and gave Tom and Alina and Storm, not Silver. Silver got lost. So I'm going to assume he found his way into the Ruby Desert. If not, God knows where he was. But I reckon he was in the Ruby Desert. But yeah. Yeah. So Kenza came in riding Evil Crimin and just started attacking Epos, Tom, Alina and Storm. And after Epos led them into a brick wall of Avancia, Vedra got healed, and it was probably a dragon on dragon fight. Well, it was, and that was probably. And I love those kinds of fights for some reason. I like two beasts, different but similar at the same time, go head on collision against each other. I'm not going to say who won because obviously good prevails over evil, but if it was a battle of the beasts, Vedra versus Kraman, I'm going to say they'll kill each other because they're both very much alike. So if I was writing down this battle of the beasts, they both would have killed each other. But that would make no sense. Anyway, that is the reason why Faraz has a higher score than all the others with the fights. The fights for this series, along with the abilities, were not great, but it was more focused on the story and the return of Kenza. So, I can live with that. So, like I kind of said, the total for Faraz is 24 out of 30. By far the best piece of Series 14. The abilities are reused, but the fight and design more than makes up for it, though. So, that's good. That is really good. That's really good. The fight was the only thing that was completely different from Epos's fight. But who cares? It's still good. Okay, so now we guess. Alright. Totals. I keep forgetting about these. It's like I read half the page here of my script and then just null out all the others. Oh, God's sake, Adam. The total for designs is 31 out of 40. Great designs, some better than others. Looking at you, Vizak and Faraz. But, yeah. They're okay designs, but I wouldn't say they're masterpieces. The abilities are 25 out of 40. Not a great set of abilities, but still good regardless. But that mostly has to do with Faraz and Vizak, with the multitude of abilities they have. The fights, I have a total of 27 out of 40. Most fights were good, but Wrath, of course, was setting up the series, so I'll let that slide. Oh, crap, that was a bad joke. Oh, God, he calls rock slides tonight. Let's it. Moving on. The grand total was 83 out of 120. It's a great series overall, however, story is similar to Series 6, with the potion to heal something instead of someone. With the potion, but different at the same time. Yeah. I should have finished the statement. But, yeah. Series 6's story was basically go around Chaonia, gather ingredients to heal Tom's mother from the path of evil. This one's story, gather 4 ingredients to a potion to save Vedra from going evil forever. Wait, evil forever? And if Crimin was already evil, and they got hit by the same beam, I'm going to assume that, and criminal turned evil, then why did he get cured from being blasted by fire? Moving on. I got confused there. I do not know what to do. Okay, so now we're moving on to my personal rankings. We'll start with the least favourite, obviously, and move on to my favourite. Least favourite is Wrathgore, the Stampede, and Imbrie. Yes, I guess it's the starter book. I like the return for Kenza, especially with Aznek's juice. Yeah. But this is Beast Review, and I do need to say, with the score it got, it was really bad, and I was really upset to find out after so many beasts. It was like, I'm going to be annoying and finally get a score under 20 after so long. It ruined the streak, which I know doesn't really matter, but I just don't like it. I don't get me wrong, I love its ability. I think it's really unique. I reckon it should have been for a later beast. But, yeah. Not good. Not good. But there's one thing about this next book that saved this one from being my least favourite. This kind of runs along with tradition. Tycho the Jungle Master was going to be my least favourite. But due to something that Tycho said in Tom's mind, as well as what Faraz says, not only that they are evil, but they are brutal, they are gruesome. Like, Tycho said, I'm gonna slaughter you, rip you apart, and place your bones around the jungle as a warning to others. They are gruesome here with these descriptions, and I'm just like, can this really be shown in the children's book? But yeah, Tychon's only here because of his ability. He only has one ability that is unique, one ability that's been reused, and we all know where that one reused abilities book came in. Last place in my rankings. Okay, next is Vizsla the Sliver Serpent. You're probably wondering, why is it not first place? You love snakes, don't you? Yeah, but I love phoenixes more. Phoenixes are made up. Oh god, they're imaginary. Vizsla, yes, I do like it a lot. Doesn't have very many violent lines like two other books in the series. But I think I like the fact that, yes, Tom did free Vizsla, but this story is more focused around Ralph, I'm going to say thief, but treasure hunter, and Alina with the story of the City of the Snakes, with the bosses being women folk, as Ralph said, and the slaves being the men. So I think that's probably unique, and I'm not going to say it was a reference, but kind of a good reference to the Queen, I'm going to say. It's probably the Queen of England. But I'm not sure if that was a reference to the Queen of England. Either it was a reference to the suffragettes or something else which I probably do not know about. Something when men would say, probably Egypt when Cleopatra was in charge. When Cleopatra was a pharaoh. But we're not going to go into history, because I can't do history to save my life. I really can't. Okay, so that means by process elimination, we got first place being Faraz the Snow Phoenix. Yes, this one was also had a brutal line. I can't remember this one off by heart, but this one I think was more gruesome than Tychon's. So, and if you thought Tychon's was gruesome, just wait till you see this one. I'm not going to say it because I can't remember it, but this one was way more gruesome. The final fight was pretty much perfect. I like that King Hugo actually got to go into the fight. And I also like, this was kind of a introduction to Mark died. Daltek being the new wizard of Avantia, and I think this was great for him. This was a great series for him. Basically being the Adoro of the series and helping them out, and even transporting them in the direction they are looking to where they need to go. Hence why I think Silver went from the Dark Jungle back to the Ruby Desert, because he turned his head at the last possible second. So that's where I think he went. Unless he went to the Northern Mountains, or he went into the Forbidden Land. Or he could have looked behind him, but I don't know where he would go from. I don't know where he would end up there. But, yeah, I don't know, but he's gone somewhere, but he found his way back home. So either the city of snakes he went to, or he just didn't move. That's all. But anyway, that is series 14. Not the best series, but nowhere near the worst. You need to be pretty bad to lose to series 11. Anyway, that is all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Press that notification bell down in the corner below. The next video will not be a Battle of the Beast or Beast review. It will be a ranking video. More about that in the next video when you find out what it is from the title. But more from that as we go on. So, no promises when the next video will be. Looking at my calendar, I like to say probably Monday. But don't take my word for it because I can't keep promises. So, anyway, like I said, all for this time. Make sure to leave a like if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Press the notification bell down in the corner below. Wow, that's probably the quickest I went into it and the most words I got wrong. But anyway, I'll see you next time.